the media, if you just pay attention to the media all day, they keep saying, well, Manchin's just doing what he has to do because West Virginia is a Republican state. And these proposals in the Build Back Better plan, like the child tax credit, universal pre-K, elder care, climate proposals, they're not popular in West Virginia. I don't know. I've been to West Virginia a few times. Seems to me, I've spoken with people like you. I've spoken with Republicans. Seems to me that's not true. Seems to be these provisions are popular across both party lines, but the media keeps feeding us that he has to do this because it's a Republican state.
Well, I heard Mr. Manchin just say that he can't come to West Virginia and explain why that he would vote for that. Well, I want him to come here and explain to 90% of West Virginia why he's not voting for it. I've been, like you said, on the front line since last February, trying to get Manchin to do the right thing. Took the minimum wage raise out of the CARES Act. I fought for the people in this country. I stand here for 140 million poor and low wage workers, 710,000 just here in West Virginia. I heard a conservative on TV yesterday after Senator Manchin said what he said, telling Senator Manchin, yes, we need this. We're living in poverty. West Virginia needs this. And I'm puzzled by this. We've got 50 other senators that's up there that are the conservatives, and this man standing there telling me he's a conservative, but Joe Manchin needs to do the right thing. Well, I'm here to say Joe Manchin does, and all the ones hiding behind him. But so does the 50 other that's standing there, because here in West Virginia, we are bright red. Joe Manchin's the only Democrat we've got in there. The rest of them are Republicans. This ain't a Republican or Democrat issue. There is poverty and poor Republicans and Democrats. And I want to know where they're all at. Here in West Virginia, we're already starting to see they're going to do vigils. They're going to start doing, they do not agree with this. This Build Back Better bill, this ain't a handout. This is the poor people actually getting a seat at the table for once instead of the crumbs off of it. This is us being able, I've been out there telling people we only get what we organize for and what we stand for. Stand up before it's too late, before our democracy's gone, before we are right now like peasants that we're catering to the oligarchies. They're bringing us down, destroying us, and putting their foot on our neck and telling us, oh, you can't have nothing. But they just passed a military bill. Look at the billions they just gave the military. Look at the millions and billions we just paid for Trump's golf trips. Now, come on. But the people ain't worth our poor old disabled some home health care. Our poor old mothers that are struggling and can't get in, trying to keep their power on. They're just now going to take their child tax credits. This is the middle of winter in West Virginia. We're the mountains. We get below zero for months. And you're telling us we can't even pay our electric bills. Joe Manchin's dirty coal. Let me tell you how dirty he is. He came swooping in here with the Public Service Commission to keep coal power plants open that he's supplying the dirty coal for, and then put the cost on our backs after giving the utility companies a 17.some% raise. They turned right around and selling more capital, and Joe Manchin came in here lobbying our Public Service Commission that's supposed to be looking out for us, and now we're paying for their coal to keep their coal power plants. We don't want it. I don't care if you got coal. You pay for it, not me. I'm poor. And we have had enough.
Apparently, Joe Manchin privately told colleagues that he was worried the child tax credit money, that parents would spend it on drugs instead of their kids. Colin, if you have that from the Huffington Post. In recent months, Manchin has told several of his fellow Democrats that he thought parents would waste monthly child tax credit payments on drugs instead of providing for their children, according to two sources familiar with the senator's comments. Continuing the child tax credit for another year is core part of the Build Back Better plan. Manchin's private comments shocked several senators who saw it as an unfair assault on his own constituents and those struggling to raise children in poverty. Now, I know you're a grandmother down there. Besides the fact that, honestly, I don't even know. I mean, I know right wingers that would say that, but I don't know a lot of them. I mean, that's a pretty, frankly, in my view, condescending, borderline, in some cases, racist statement. But I mean, I've been to West Virginia. Across the board, it's either the top or the second poorest state in the country. He claims that he's so in line and so in sync with his constituents, what they want. Well, if you know, and you are so connected to what your constituents, he would know they're not going to use it on drugs. They're going to use it on food. They're going to use it on clothing. They're going to use it to pay off debt. Maybe they're going to use it, not that it's a lot of money, but a lot of West Virginians don't have teeth. What's your response that Manchin, based on the reporting, seemed to think that you poor folks in West Virginia can't be trusted with the child tax credit? You'd spend it on drugs.
I say he's a hypocrite. He said he's hiding in there, and his daughter sat there in pharma, helped ripping West Virginians off. They sat there and watched him dump millions and billions of dollars worth of drugs in our state and did absolutely nothing about it. Our kids we buried, what ones ain't maimed or in prison, they're dead. And they sat there and did nothing for us. And then you're going to take and call us a bunch of druggies? We're so friggin' poor, we can't afford the drugs. Are you kidding me? If we did, and what few that are strung out on them are selling them to pay their electric bills. They're selling them to try to take and survive. They're homeless. What? I mean, they live in their own little bubbles. Get out here in the real world. See our homes that it looks like shanties falling down. Get out here and look at what these real young people are looking at, these $7 an hour jobs, and they're looking at $1,000 worth of rent. Get your hind end out of your glass house and get down here with us real people and see how we're surviving.
You know, I wanted to
me with this mask on right now, Jordan?
I do.
I had to have dental surgery. I just turned 62 years old. I thought I could go ahead and draw my Medicare, and I was going to have some dental in the Medicare. No, he jerks that out. Here in West Virginia, they actually realized how desperate we were. We're getting the name of toothless hillbillies and everything else here in West Virginia. They gave us $1,000 on our Medicaid. So I had to try to hurry up and use that for my dental before I'm old. You tell me an old person that don't need glasses and teeth. I mean, he's got the very best. I'm paying for it. You are paying for it. They got the very best, and then how dare they just take and sit there and say, oh, you eat cake. You know, are you kidding me?
So just so I have it right, you needed dental care, and essentially that the relief you're getting for that, he's trying to take away.
Yeah, he took the dental and the eye out of the Medicare. So before I had to go on Medicare, I had to hurry up and try to use this. They just now this year gave it $1,000 dental on Medicaid, which is what most of us poor people have. We can't afford insurance. Are you kidding me? We can't afford stuff like that. We don't have a rainy day fund. We have a change jar fund. I mean, that's our reality here in West Virginia. And then him to act like he's so holier than thou. And I just said, Americans, this ain't a red and blue thing. This is a red, white, and blue thing. Wake up. Stand up.